Welcome to the Bookers Alliance podcast, where we hold the pencil and the pencil is power. Coming at you right now is your host, Marky Mark, along with the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Donaldson. Join us as we discuss the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling. So hang on tight, you jabronis, and enjoy the ride. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining today's episode of the Bookers Alliance podcast. Come on inside the house, bring yourself up a ringside seat, get your soda, your popcorn, your whiskey, get everything you need, because we are at the biggest party of the summer.
Well, I need you to get your Mustang 5.0 out and your cassette player, because we're about to have some summertime. Here it is, the groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of the break
don't
from
get us
the norm.
copyright strike. Don't get copyright strike. Hold on. Yeah, okay, get copyright strike.
He got bigger problems to worry about in society. He ain't coming after us, but it's summertime. It's my favorite time of the year.
True. So, yep, we're going to talk about all things SummerSlam happening in today's episode. But before we get going on our episode, got to talk about our sponsor. We got Evan Williams Bottled and Bond 100 proof.
100 proof. I need every percentage of that now.
We done left the 80s.
It was like, remember when we started the show a couple of years ago and we used to like recap old wrestling?
Yeah.
Well, now we're in that thousands area. We're millennials now.
So cheers to SummerSlam, sir.
All right.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Definitely 100 proof.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I said I was telling you beforehand I might need a double tonight. And I was like, damn, I don't know if I picked the right one for that. So this might be enough.
Might be enough.
We will see where it ends up. We will see where it ends up.
All right, SummerSlam coming up this weekend. Got a 2-night event. This is, if WrestleMania is your 1A, SummerSlam's your 1B.
Well, this is WrestleMania 43.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it's like we got in the DeLorean and we shot that joker up to April 2027. So we're getting a whole bunch of WrestleMania 43 tonight.
All kinds of stuff going on. So there's going to be a lot of matches we talk about. Some of them we might have strong opinions about. Some of them we might just be looking at the eye candy. I don't know. I can't call it.
Some of them we're just going to cover because they're happening.
Yes, I mean, it just is what it is. All right, so let's start off. The first one we got here is a 6-way tag with Fatal Influence versus Nikki, Brie, and Paige.
So eye candy match. All right, let's start with an eye candy one.
No. All right. Yeah, it is eye candy, but some of these girls can go. They can go.
Yeah, but not the Bellas. I mean, not them. And then that girl on the other side, what is that? Fallon Henley?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if she can go or not, but she's hella eye candy.
So Fallon Henley can go. I know JC Jane can go, but JC's not wrestling. I mean, well, she is wrestling. She's in the match, but you would think that they would have set her for maybe the ladder match, but no.
You would think so. But I mean, no. I guess when Nikki came back, that probably threw a little monkey wrench in there, because now they're like, let's incorporate her in the story. So.
Yeah, and Austin Creed is not in the match, so yeah.
Well, he ain't even in the company no more.
We know Paige ain't wrestling.
I mean, so they flip flop. After all that stuff happened, Paige had to leave for Xavier Woods to stay, and then when Paige came back, Xavier had to go. So
by the way, if y'all have not seen the video Austin Creed posted online,
so we've seen the video, but we can't talk about that here. I mean,
not
Jesus
video.
Christ,
not
we don't need Paige coming out. You were worried about Will Smith earlier. I don't want Paige suing us here. Holy hell! But we've seen the video.
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
The unicorns escaping the circus video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I saw that. I saw a clip of that here lately, but
so that was a cool video with a nod to Big E. So on to greener pastures.
Nod to Biggie. Yeah, Biggie. Can't you see? Oh,
we in trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna be. This might be a supersized episode. We might have to go a little long today because I ain't got no focus.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Paige did say that.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Saraya.
So as this match is going to be taking place, I mean, it's going to be is what it is. I do not see Fatal Influence losing this match.
No, I don't see a benefit for it. I feel like there's definitely bigger fish for them to fry down the road. It doesn't seem like they need to start off losing to the senior activity match, you know, that the Nostalgia Act. I don't necessarily see them losing, but they could probably build another storyline out of that. I don't necessarily see the Bellas and Paige sticking together long term.
That's what I was about to say. Do we get a Paige turn out of this?
Paige Turner?
A Paige Turner?
This match is Paige Turner.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could definitely see something come out of this that builds into more for those girls. But I think Fatal Influence, with them being the tag champs and all that, I think they're already on their trajectory going forward.
Yep. So both of us are predicting Fatal Influence with this one?
Yeah.
All right. The next one is another 6-way tag. This is with the men. You got the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo with pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, so with those guys you just said, are you sure those 6 guys ain't trying to wrestle the 6 from before? Because, I mean, hell, we got some shady characters in that mix-up.
No, but do yourself a favor. And listeners, do yourself a favor, too. Go out there on the TikTok machine. Go out there and search Solo Sings Marvin Gaye. They done AI'd Solo in looking fly in his outfit.
Solo do have his Pimp Daddy suit on.
Looking fly in his outfit, and he's singing Marvin Gaye, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
there you go. You sure that's AI? Look at his Solo these last few weeks here. Solo actually found a way for me to actually like that character. I don't know how he pulled that shit off.
Solo has got me. I
don't know how he pulled that. But let's be honest. Solo's been funny for a while. He's done a lot of side jokes, and I mean, there's been a lot of stuff on social media with Solo interacting with the fans and things like that are friggin' hilarious. So I think it's about right to turn Solo face. I guess that's what they're doing. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if the Bloodline is face, if Roman's face and the Bloodline guys are heel, if Solo's heel. I don't know what the hell's happening with all that, but Solo's funny, so I feel like leaning into it is the right way to go.
And I think there's going to be an attitude switch come out of this. And what I mean by that is you've got Jimmy and Jay who are hyping up the crowd, right?
Yeah.
You got Jacob Fatu, all about the streets, all seriousness, but then
all
you got
gas, no brakes.
Gas, no brakes with it. But then you got Royce Keys on the opposite side. That's the equivalent, right?
Yeah, he's Jacob definitely a fan's favorite.
And then you got LA Knight hyping up the crowd, right?
Super over, right? I mean,
right.
And so everybody in this match is over.
So I think your key player in this match is Solo.
Okay. You think he's the one to emerge out of this?
He's the one to emerge out of it because there's going to be some sideways interference come out of this match.
Okay.
This is going, in my opinion, this is going to be the Usos and Fatu going over. They're going to win the match.
So when you say the Usos and Fatu, do you mean Jonathan Fatu, Joshua Fatu, Jacob Fatu, or Salafa Fatu?
Which one? Yeah, so I predict, though, that team is going over by outside interference with your newly entered.
You're not going to say another Fatu.
A newly entered member of the Bloodline, Zilla Fatu.
So let me ask you then, is that an OTC call or is Bloodline doing their own thing like on the outskirts? How do we get to that point?
So Roman said he didn't want y'all serving. He wanted you with me.
Right.
And then, but Jimmy and Jay keep telling Jacob, all you had to do was run the play. The OTC done called the play.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Is OTC calling the play?
That's what I'm asking here, because if you get outside interference from another Fatu against, I mean, essentially the other good guy team, because we're honestly looking at 2 good guy teams from the fan perspective. If you get outside interference, I mean, does that do enough to establish them as heels?
So this will all come into play later on. That's all I'm going to say.
It's going to have to be down the road
But I do predict.
I'm interested.
I do predict coming out of this match, you will have 4 members in that ring or around that ring of the Bloodline, and one of them ain't Roman.
Is one of them possibly Royce Keys?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Well, so who you think is going to win, though? I mean,
I think it's the Usos and Jacob Fatu will win.
I see the other way. I feel like you don't. I mean, so Royce Keys is in a weird oblivion right now.
It is a weird oblivion.
I feel like you don't want to bury him anymore, because they're already starting to fumble the ball on him. I mean, and I get it. Triple H did an interview on WWE radio, and I mean, he had to put over, new talent, and he literally went with Oba, Trick, Carmelo, and Javon Evans. No way Triple H is getting a fifth ninja in this mix, right? There's just no way. So Royce Keys, unfortunately, got here at the wrong damn time. Because if Triple H had to say 5 of them, damn it, the radio would have just went off. I mean, the satellite TV would have just zoned out. Triple H can't say 5. I mean, it breaks his heart to say he ain't got no young Caucasian talent emerging here to be the number one star. He's just like, damn, come on, Cody, hold on a little bit longer. Cody,
hold out, buddy.
Hold on, I need you. Great White Hope.
All right, so you're saying Solo and his faction is going over, and I'm saying the Usos and Fatu in their faction are going over. That's all right. So we're split on that one. We'll see how that
finally got some discrepancy in the ranks here. I love it.
All right, the next one I am looking forward to.
This must be the Liv match. I'm looking forward to it too.
No, this one is Gunther versus Nick Aldis.
So yeah, okay.
I'm looking forward to this match because I have a really good feeling this might be the only match we see Nick in.
I do. Pretty damn possible, but I mean, short of the conversation that we had on SmackDown last week, Nick's no longer the GM in SmackDown.
So if unless his contract is ending, he's going to be a working talent going forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, so that's what I was getting to. I don't think this is going to be the only match we see Nick in because I feel like he's run his course as GM now. I think if he gets in the ring and he could put out a good showing against Gunther, and granted, I think he's going to lose, but if he could put out a good showing, I think he's back in the ring. I think they're going to get more money out of him as a talent than they are as a GM at this point.
So here's what I'm looking for, though. Honestly, if it's not going to be his one and only shot, I need to see the program between him and Cody run.
Yeah. You got to get to that.
I want to see him work a program with Punk. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
So I definitely want to see him be a wrestler. I remember Madness from TNA.
Not the mid card.
Unfortunately, I don't know if he can get in a main event slot at this point. Remember when Kurt Angle was GM and then Kurt Angle decided to wrestle?
Yeah.
He got a somewhat marquee match because he had like Ronda Rousey involved and things like that. But at the end, he ended up going out against Baron Corbin. So it didn't exactly wrap up the way he wanted. Unfortunately, I don't know if I see Nick moving into like a main event type role. Right. Obviously, he'd be a foil, not wrestling for the title. But
let me give you a hot take on who I think is replacing Nick Aldis.
Okay, new GM info here. All right, I'm interested.
New GM. They've been saying for a while, SmackDown needs a shot in the arm, right? They've been saying it for the longest time, right? I feel like Hunter might be getting the card back in the game here as far as GM. I really do think. And here's why. Homeboy's growing his hair out again.
Yeah, he's definitely making himself more TV ready, that's for sure.
When's the last time you seen Triple H with that hair like that? Think back. Last time you saw him on TV with that type of hair.
Yeah, when he wrestled Roman. Kind of was the last time he was in the ring. That's the hairstyle he had.
The Triple H authority figure.
Was the buzz cut deal.
The authority figure.
But so here's the thing, right? I mean, if you know he's your chief executive officer, he's head of creative, you can't put him as a GM, right? No. If you put him as a GM, though, you got to have somebody equal on the other side.
You do.
So, and that ain't Adam Pearce, unfortunately. No. So that ends up costing Adam his role, too.
This is all, trust me, in my master plan that I'm unfolding.
Okay, because there's only one character that can be equal to what Triple H would be.
And we're going to get there.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I won't say it now because I feel like you're cooking something over there. I feel like them ribs are slow burning again.
You smell what I'm cooking?
But yeah, so I'm going to keep my opinion to myself. Right. But I do know there's been some developments outside the wrestling world that may impact what you're thinking. So I think I'm thinking what you're thinking, that you're thinking what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking that I know what you're thinking, so I'm thinking it. Let's go.
We need a drink after that.
Yeah,
too much thinking going on.
Toast that.
There's too much thinking going on. All right, so a match
thinking going on.
A match we don't have to think about.
Okay.
Liv versus.
Hold on, did we pick a winner for the? You didn't even pick a winner for the Gunther match.
Well, I said it could be Nick's last match, so I'm going with Gunther.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm going with Gunther too. I don't see Gunther's trajectory. I mean, if he loses again, good Lord, at some point he ain't being protected.
I want Nick to win. I want him to win, to have a good showing here at a big old.
I want him to have a good show, and I don't necessarily want him to come off the bench after 3 years and beat Gunther.
Yeah, I don't think
that's not the way to come back and get a W.
All right, let's talk about Liv versus Io.
Hell yeah, I can talk about that.
He said, hell
as Trick would say, let's talk about
it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this match is because the only women's title, like championship, big time championship, it's the only one that can be defended in this.
Well, I mean, this match is because Io won Queen of the Ring against her formidable opponent that she defeated to get her title shot, who just happened to be the title holder.
It's a rematch.
It's a rematch. Yeah, I guess WWE wants us to forget that, so I'm gonna play into it and pretend like I forgot it, and I'll be unbiased going into this match. All right,
here's what I want out of this match.
I know what I want out of this match. Hell yeah.
I want Io and Liv to tear the freaking house down outside the ring. Give me the spots off of the trusses, whatever you got to do. This needs to be one of those matches, in my opinion, that's the show stealer type of match. That's what this needs to be.
All right, so I hear you. I hear your plea. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the card and I'm looking at the amount of matches and I'm looking at the amount of time and I'm wondering who's probably going to get cut short.
Yeah, it'll be those matches.
Yeah, and I'm seeing this match being one of the ones that gets cut short.
So here's the other thing that
I feel like that show stealer is going to be more of like a blip on the radar.
Here's the other thing that I've noticed too, though. There is no free hour on SummerSlam at all this go around.
Is there not?
No.
There's
also 6 matches when there's usually 5.
Yeah, there's 6 both nights.
So either A, we're going to get screwed like we did for Mania, and it's going to be short-ass matches and a hell of a ton of commercials.
Yeah, it could be.
Or B, they heard our plea, and they're going to give us 6 good 10, 15-minute matches.
I think that's going to be more. I don't know if everybody's going to get 10, 15, because I feel like some are, like, I'm looking at like the Punk match, Punk and Cody. I feel like they're going 30, so I feel like everybody else is going to have to get shortchanged. But I do agree with you with the amount of matches and the hope that cuts down on some of the commercial breaks, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a PLE, so we're not getting commercials in the middle of the matches. This ain't SmackDown.
Right.
If I start seeing commercials in the middle of it, all hell breaks loose. At that point, we shit on them. We go on WWE Radio on Monday and we shit all over the whole event. So I'm hoping that don't happen. But I would think with the extra match in there, like you said, we bumped up the matches, that they're going to get short on time. Even if they don't get commercials, even if we don't have a ton of commercials, like I said, if Cody and Punk are, they're not going to short them on time, right? Those guys, if they decide they want to go 30, well, everybody else got to go down to 8.
Yeah.
That's just part of the business. Yeah. Those are your moneymaker guys for night one. Everybody else is going to have to suffer in that a little bit. So.
All right. Is the champ going to retain?
I think so. I don't see anywhere for them to go with Io as champ. I mean, they've done Io as champ for a long time. And I mean, I think the Stephanie Vaquer Liv rematch is where the actual money's been.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like Stephanie's got to be getting healthy at some point.
If it ain't Stephanie, then it's Roxanne.
Definitely could be Roxanne. I mean, we just saw Raquel Rodriguez win the women's Intercontinental title this week. So I mean, they're starting to pump up the Judgment Day. They got 2 pieces of gold in the faction on the women's side right now. So they're pumping them up. So I think there's far more meat on the bone with keeping Liv as champ. One, because they ain't done shit with her since she won it.
That's true.
So I mean, they've basically put a stopgap on all women's championship titles in the company right now. And
Has she defended that belt at all since she won?
Like twice. They won on TV just for the fact. And then, she wrestled in Queen of the Ring, even though there was no title involved with that. So
I'm also going to side with you on this one. I think Liv is going to come out the winner. So there's only one match that we differ on so far. And I have a good feeling we're not going to differ on the next match at all.
Who is that?
It's Oba Femi.
That's not on night one. Yep. I thought we were going on night 1, night 2.
Co-main event. Oba Femi.
That's night 1?
Brock Lesnar.
Holy hell, that's night 1.
It is the co-main event.
God damn, night 2 is not going to be the best, is it? Sunday is going to be a hard watch.
So you got Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, so the in-ring that they did this past week on Raw, on the Go Home Raw, was kind of interesting, right? Because you bring out the cell. I mean, you go through the whole effort of constructing the cell. You bring it all out. You're getting ready to have the weigh-in and all that, and then Brock never gets in the cell.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know that I would have done that, but I understand the preservation of wanting to save the two in the cell for the event.
If they get in the cell, there's no way it don't get physical, right? So I think they don't want to. I don't think they even want to risk the injury at this point. With the way the company's going and damn injuries and all that, I think at that point it's like we're not risking the injury. Let's not even get in there.
If anything, what I would have maybe done a little different, instead of Oba going and beating up the cops and damn near killing one of them like he now did.
Yeah, I mean,
if there's anything that I would have did a little different, I would have had Oba pull a cane and rip the door off the hinges.
Just explode through the cage and get out there.
Just rip the door off the hinge.
So that's kind of, for a while when Brock was like taunting him in the cage, that's kind of where I thought they were going, was Oba was going to kick through the door, bust through the door, or Mark Henry or cane the door.
Yeah.
I thought that's where it was going to go. Then after a while, I'm like, nah, they ain't going there. And then we got our physicality out of Oba in the ring. Again, I get it. You don't want either guy to really do anything that can get him hurt. You don't want Brock to go in there and get hurt going into his damn quote-unquote possible retirement match. So you don't even want to take that chance. I mean...
And I like the way Hunter answered that question today in an interview. They asked, do you really think this is going to be Brock's retirement match? And he's like, look, you'll find out when I do.
Yeah, I mean, let's call a spade,
Brock
right?
Does what he wants.
Let's be honest. Let's really talk about it here for a second. Saudi is getting WrestleMania next year. If they throw the right amount of money out, nobody in the cut, TKO ain't turning it away, because them greedy some bitches won't turn away a dime.
Nope.
If they see a nickel on the floor, hell, they'll knock your ass over to pick it up, and they're billionaires. But so they're not going to lose any money on that deal, and they're going to get a kickback on whatever Saudi would offer to pay Brock.
Yep.
Saudi, knowing they want this to be probably one of the most memorable WrestleManias of all time, ain't going to hold back on what number they would throw him. I mean, at that point, it's not even an ask. It's we're starting high, and then if it needs to go higher, we'll go to where we need to go to get Brock Lesnar at Mania. So you can't rule him out with Saudi involved.
It's just if he does go to Mania, what do you do with him?
I mean, so you don't tie him up with Oba. I mean, obviously, Oba should be on to bigger and better things. You don't tie him up there, but maybe at that point, that's where you do an actual retirement match.
Maybe you do get him and Gunther?
Yeah, I mean, that was always the original plan, was Gunther was supposed to career kill him. Maybe they just prolonged that. Maybe this Oba thing gave them lightning in a bottle and bought him another year. I mean, there's no telling, but... that's pretty much the only talent left that you're wanting to see Brock Lesnar get in there with.
Yeah, so this match, I was dead set there for a minute of, this was, Oba winning the match and Brock retiring in his hometown. I was
3 weeks ago, I was probably right there with you.
I was convinced. But now it's like, I still think Oba is winning. Yeah. But I do not know if this is really Brock's last match. It kind of, I guess the taste in my mouth that was the false retirement, quote unquote, at Mania. I mean, you never know. And look, if he can still go, he still goes, and I'm never going to not watch a Brock Lesnar match.
No, absolutely not. I mean,
I want to see, Brock
unless he deflates somewhere down the road, and then it's not intriguing to see. But hell, when that happens, I mean, we'll probably be deflated too. So,
and I mean, he doesn't do things like, everybody's like, well, I don't want to be in there too long till I look like a shell of my former self. And
well, you're asking, 2 weeks ago, you were asking for doing the 450 for Christ's sake. I mean, you're trying to kill the man now. So
I still want to see that. But
that ain't happening.
That ain't happening. But
oh God, no.
But I think we're both going Oba, right?
I think so. And if you remember right, last year at this time, they were already talking about Brock's going to retire at SummerSlam in Minneapolis. It's his home, blah, blah, blah. That had been on the books so long down the road.
Right.
I feel like Brock and Paul, had talked about that. And I feel like that's why Brock did the full retirement at WrestleMania, just to throw everybody off. Like, they're like, you can't predict anything I do because I do what I want. I feel like that was his shot at the fans. Like, don't predict my stuff because I do I decide,
I decide when I retire.
So I feel like that was the reasoning for that. And I feel like that's why I don't think he'll retire at SummerSlam now, because again, everybody's been predicting it for a year. I feel like at this point, again, for the right amount of money, he'd be coming back. I don't not see him miss that, possibly 8-digit payday for 10 minutes of wrestling.
All right, let's move on to the main event of night one, SummerSlam. You got CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. This match has gotten very interesting. I'm glad they got it there.
Yeah. They didn't go the angle I would have preferred.
True. I would have gotten there a different way. But I think what they're going to give us in this match, though, I think it will be a slow start.
Yeah, it's a Punk match.
It's a Punk match. It'll be a slow start. You will have a very, very, very violent middle. I think you'll see Punk and Cody get violent towards each other.
Think they're getting color?
I think they'll get color.
Both of them?
Both of them. I think they'll both get color. I think the ending will be one of those matches where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe he kicked out of that. I think you're going to get several false finishes.
Oh, you think they're going to pull out their old AEW playbook?
I don't know if they're going to go that far, but I think you're going to get several false finishes.
75 false finishes and then some bullshit at the end that somebody gets pinned by, like a Sami Zayn roll-up or something.
Now, let's change it up for a minute. You know who I am. Who do you think I'm going to pick?
Well, you're the crybaby, so, I mean, if anybody's pulling for Cody, it's definitely going to be you in this match.
And you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think Punk is going to win this match.
I think again, and we talked about it earlier, I think the WWE is starting to at least listen to some fans. I mean, obviously, but I think there's so much Cody fatigue out there right now that you can't put the title on him.
So now, look, we already deep in, but I'm still cooking. So let me cook for a minute here. All right. So I talked about Triple H before, right?
Yeah.
He growing that hair out, getting the authority figure type style going on again. Yeah. Right. All right. I think Punk wins, but he doesn't win clean.
Okay.
I think there's going to be some interference.
Okay.
And I think it's Hunter. I think Triple H will be the interference and assist Punk in winning. I think you'll see Hunter on SmackDown as the opposition for Cody because Cody is going to look at Hunter and go, why? Now, the reason why I think this scenario is going to happen because they feel the fans are starting to turn on Cody. They don't want to turn Cody heel. All the fans want Cody to be heel. They don't want to turn Cody. They like the merch that's selling. They're going to keep him babyface. Well, if you're going to keep him babyface.
I agree up to that point.
Okay, if you're going to keep him babyface, he's got to have a strong opposition on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Who does he have? There is nobody that is strong. There's not a Roman.
Only Punk.
It's only Punk, right?
Punk, yeah.
All right, so if Punk's going over, you're not going to keep playing Cody Punk.
No, I don't think we see this again for a long, long time.
Right. So
hopefully at least.
So if you have another authoritative figure to oppose Cody, why not be Triple H? Triple H has been on multiple interviews saying this is my QB1.
Yeah, that's why I don't necessarily. I mean, so I get it, it's wrestling, and you put on your suspenders of disbelief and all that, but I mean, those two have licked each other's ass all over the internet for a year.
But
There's
it can go
no possible way they just flip flop.
But it can go.
You got to have seeds in there to do something like that. You don't just jump into that.
The seeds are there. They're just way back. They got planted a long time ago.
I mean, yeah, but that would be before Cody came back.
Before WrestleMania 40.
But they've already forgiven each other and made up over that.
There's only one other person.
On each other.
There's only one other person. Only one other person. If it's not Triple H, that can be the authoritative villain to Cody's babyface. The only other person's Randy.
Yeah, so that's who I'm thinking.
If Randy's coming back, then okay.
That's where I was going with the match. So I also don't think that it's going to be a clean finish either way. But I wasn't looking at Triple H at all because again, he can't get in the ring. There's no payoff to Triple H.
There's no physicality, right? There's no
so it's no good to do it if you can't get in there and throw punches with a guy that you've seen throw punches before. I feel like you're selling the fans a bad book of business.
That's true, but
if you use Randy in that role,
he
don't have to be an agent of Triple H. Randy's already got a beef. He's already got a bone to pick.
Right.
So him coming back and getting involved to give Cody that foil to deal with for the rest of the summer and all the way to Rumble if necessary works fine. And then that opens up the CM Punk aspect of it to start defending against your Finn Balor's, your Sami Zayn's, your
Royce
Trick
Keys,
Williams, your Damian Priest, all the guys he named. Right. That opens up Punk to start being the fighting champion that he wants to be.
Right.
And it gets Cody and Randy, because both need to be so far away from the title picture, to make that title and make that show strong again. You got to build up these characters on the show to make them look like main event contenders.
And I think that's where we go.
Even if they ain't beating Punk.
I think that's where we go. So I think we're both in agreement. Punk's going to retain.
Yeah, and putting the title on him only a month ago in Chicago is totally wasted if you don't at least try and go with a run on it. You know what I mean? If he was another transitional champion just to get back to Cody, then everything was for naught.
Right. All right, let's move on to night 2. Let's get to talking about Chad Gable versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. This should be a freaking show.
So this is going to be your wrestling match here.
This should be good.
This is going to be where, like you said, I know you said about the steal the show match, Io and Liv.
Yeah.
So Liv don't have the work rate of the other two guys we're talking about here now. Io does. She's on par with them. But let's be honest. I mean, Liv can go in the ring, but she's equal looks is the skill. It's not one or the other.
So
neither one of these two guys are looks for shit. So they're all skill. That means they're no show and all go.
Here's what I'm hoping we get with this one. I'm hoping we get the same level of match that we got with El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano.
I mean, it should be close, right?
It should be close.
Because, again, Penta's on that skill level. Yeah. He can go. So I don't see any reason you don't let those guys get a good 10 to 15 to just get in there and wrestle their asses off.
All right, let's go on to the next match.
Did you pick a winner? Jesus Christ, you're just throwing matches out here. Don't care who wins.
Chad Gable.
I'm definitely going Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
At this point, Chad's never been a singles champion in the world.
We've only split on one match?
Well, we've only really predicted like 4 matches, so maybe not. I mean, we kind of smoked through some of the predictions on there, but I'm trying to keep this show on the rails here now. Yeah, you're too deep in the Evan.
Both of us is Chad Gable. The next match, which was one of those championship matches that fell out of the sky that CM Punk talks about.
Yeah, those happen every
this is Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams.
How many matches did Baron Corbin win going into the title match he's getting here?
0.
How many matches did Baron Corbin wrestle to get the damn? Okay,
0.
So and then Carmelo over there, who's just working his ass off, former United States champ, never really got his rematch.
Nope.
Didn't get into Mania, kind of missed Backlash, just nothing, huh?
I know what you're gonna say.
You definitely know what I'm going to say.
But man, I just don't get what they're doing with Carmelo Hayes.
Well, I get what they're not doing with him, and that's paying off. So from what I saw on social media, both Baron Corbin and Trick also said he should be in the match.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, when your participants think it, when the fans think it, when everybody thinks it but you, maybe it's you that's making a mistake. Now, they still got a SmackDown go home before SummerSlam, right?
They do.
Do you think they right that ship and find a way to get him in this match because the public outcry is great?
If John Cena versus AJ Styles can fall out of the sky because they worked it up on Twitter and it happened, then Carmelo Hayes getting put into this match because of the outcry that's happening and the guys in the match are saying it should also happen. Yeah. It should happen.
It definitely should happen. Upside of it happening, though, I mean, you don't want to necessarily take your returning superstar Baron Corbin. He don't need to take a pinfall right away.
Right.
But damn sure don't need to take the title off Trick, though. I mean, hell, we don't F that up because we wandered ourselves into a murky water. So if you put Carmelo in there and Carmelo gives you a 5-star match and takes the pin, wins all around, right? I don't see anybody looking down at their sheet like, oh, we effed up on them. No, that's high fives all around. You save everybody in that, you protect everybody in it, and you help Carmelo because he deserves to be in these shots, so you put him in the opportunities.
Hunter, that one's free.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we're getting sick of this free shit, though. I mean, hell,
we
every Raw, every SmackDown, you guys hear the stuff that we say on here. The jokes we make, the predictions we toss out. You guys see this shit taking formation on these shows every week following.
Yep.
I mean, you'll even see some stuff on SmackDown the night of on the show, our show dropping. And then we text each other, we get random texts from fans and all that, or listeners that say, hey, didn't you guys? And I'm like, just let it be. But what I'm saying, though, y'all got this WWE radio.
Yes, sir.
They're already on the way to fucking that up. Now, I'm going to use the actual words here because they use those words on WWE radio.
That's true.
They're already on their way to fucking that up.
That's true.
They can save it right now.
Quick,
fast, and in a hurry.
Yep.
All they got to do is make a phone call. I will take an email. I will take a text contract. Send me what you got. Put numbers behind it. We will e-sign that shit today. We will be on set tomorrow. We will save this WWE radio.
We'll be there. We'll even go there with Booker and Vic Joseph and
hell. I was getting ready to say, hell, we'll go there and do the SmackDown SummerSlam pre-show both nights. Y'all are paying airfare. I'm just letting it be known. I'm not going there on my dime. I will be waiting for travel to call me from WWE headquarters, but hurry up and make the call. I mean, hell, we could get on the 1 p.m. show. The pre-show starts at 3. We can do that 1 to 3 segment where we do this same show right now. And we give you our real perspectives.
Absolutely.
And sign them big checks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but y'all, they got to provide the sponsor too. I mean, we already know they're working with Wheatley and they already got to hook up with Buffalo Trace. At that point, they provide the sponsor.
All right, so
Wheatley, so good, we'll drink it neatly.
So obviously,
see, we can be corporate shills.
Obviously, Trick is not losing this match.
God, no. So if they do, then you know what? Don't call me for the radio show. If y'all F that one up, don't call me. Don't associate my ass with that stuff. Hell, let's save me to next month.
All right. The next match on the card is the match that, God help us, Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio in a Human Monies on a pole match.
Shit, damn! Did Vince Russo get back? What the hell? Did he come in the WWE radio?
Danhausen and Joe Hendry segment that he might be back.
Dude, they shit the bed on that one.
Oh my God! Even my wife.
Wait, today is not the day for me to talk about anything. But that's a different conversation. Not meant for radio. But holy hell, what the hell were we watching there? That was like bad attitude era shit. That was like, that was the shit that we used to watch. That used to happen when like the NWO would come out on the other channel.
Yes,
they would put that nonsense on then because they knew they were losing the hour.
I haven't seen something that bad since the zombie match.
Yeah, it's been a while. Oh God, don't bring that up. So that leads me back to that other conversation we were having about who would be equal to Triple H to combat over. Because there's only one asshole that thinks of the nonsense we saw this week on Monday with Danhausen. And I feel like Gramps might be back in the building.
He might be working his way back in.
Yeah, you know when they say don't let Gramps get the computer, making you restrict his internet access. Gramps might have got hold of the computer and called in a play on Monday because holy hell.
Even though there is no way in hell,
cup's getting low.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I give any two shits about this match. I do not see Danhausen losing. I don't. I just don't.
Shit! I almost spit up. Damn. So you think Dom Mysterio
is gonna lose to Danhausen?
Triple A Mega Champions got to take the fall against Danhausen. Holy hell!
The Human Money's on the pole match.
Holy hell!
He's gonna lose this
match. If I'm Dom, I get it. Dom's still real young in the business, right? But if I'm Dom and my last name's Mysterio, I ain't in that shit. Holy hell! Yeah, and if I'd have spit whiskey out, hell, we'd have had to take a recording break there because now would have lost my shit. You never waste good whiskey.
No, you don't. No.
But when you said Danhausen, and as you say it, you're probably right because hell, I think he's like the second or third on merch sales right now in the company. So he's over like Rover for what reason? I don't know.
Crook, he's going to win this match.
Yeah. I mean, he almost has. I mean, if they have to bring out damn Cat or where is this at? Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're already doing promotions there with Justin Jefferson. Yeah. At this point now, you bring Justin Jefferson out and let him like receive like Dom Mysterio's catch in his head gets thrown across the ring and Jet catches it or whatnot.
Since we're revolving around $25 seats with his special code.
Yeah.
You got to pay Danhausen some human monies.
Yeah, I mean,
so go out there and give Danhausen 25 cents. Let him pick up a chair and then wipe Dom Mysterio over.
Yeah. So for what we're getting on night 2 so far, $25 it should be the going rate. Absolutely.
All right, so are we split or are you going to side with me?
No, you're probably right. I mean, God, my heart goes out to Dom, but I mean, Dom is kind of a comedy character too.
Yeah.
So, and Danhausen, again, over like Rover. So while he should never win in his lifetime, he's actually undefeated in the company. Stat came out yesterday that he hasn't lost.
Yep.
He ain't wrestled, but he ain't lost. So it is what it is.
All right, the next match on the card, Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn.
I think they're going to be trying their damnedest to outwork the Penta and Chad Gable match.
So this is for the number one contendership. Now, where do I see this going? Y'all heard me sing the praises of Sami Zayn on this episode, on this podcast for many an episode in the recent weeks.
Yeah.
I do not think Sami Zayn wins this match.
Oh, thank God.
I think Finn Balor is going to be your number one contender. We already said.
I thought you were going to say Sammy was winning. I was already over here pouring another drink.
We already said Punk's going to retain, so I think your next match up for Punk is Finn Balor.
I'm down with that.
I am down with that.
Now they
had a hell of a match in Ireland.
Yeah, now that's going to be good watching there. So, yeah, I am down with that. So, give me more of that. I like it. I love it. I want more of it.
And right? I think you're right. I think they're going to try to outwork Penta and Chad Gable.
I think they are, because at this point, that's their main competition. Yep. I mean, you know, the Trick match, the Sammy match, and the Penta match. If I'm those guys, I'll put my working boots on that night, because unfortunately, they're all going to get outshined by Roman at the end of the night. So, hell, I'm going to go out there and work my collective tail off. So when everybody starts talking about Roman, they're going to be talking about my shit first.
All right, so we're going Finn Balor. The next match is the co-main event for night 2.
Uh-oh.
You got the Women's WWE Vacant Championship.
They're calling that a main event.
It's a co-main event.
Holy hell.
So you've got a 6-woman. No, let's see. It's 5-woman ladder match between Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, your current women's U.S. champ.
Yeah, so we don't get a U.S. defense on the show because we got
Chelsea Green, and then the mystery entrant. We don't know who it's going to be yet.
Yeah.
We've not heard any matches announced for SmackDown yet.
Nope.
I've already said my piece. I know who it is.
Uh-oh. Who you think it is? I need to hear it.
AJ Lee.
Who?
AJ Lee.
Holy hell. God, no.
Yep.
Yuck.
Yep.
I know who it is.
I know who I want it to be, though.
Who you want it to be. I'm excited to hear who you want it to be.
I want it to be somebody who's rumored to be on her way out the door.
Who's that?
Bayley.
So apparently Bayley's not going out the door.
If she stays, she should be the 5th person.
She should be. She definitely should be. But, you know, we thought she was written out of the company a couple of weeks ago at Saturday night's main event. Mm-hmm. But apparently she's doing live shows now. Apparently. The internet's all in a buzz about she's doing live shows. She must still be working for the company. But what I noticed is she's doing live shows by where she lives.
Yeah.
I mean, so that might be her ode to goodbye for her hometown fans.
True.
Where she gives them their last show and she still may be out the door.
O'Shea Jackson, I'm on your side, man. I'm there with you. You had your Bayley shirt on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I bet he did. You ever see Bayley walk away? Yeah, I bet he did. I bet he is cheering for Bayley.
So look,
he's slick.
If it ain't AJ Lee,
it ain't AJ Lee. So
it should be Bayley.
Let's keep thinking through.
If it ain't Bayley, who we got?
All right, well, you gave me a wild card and then you gave me like a legit. So I'm going to give you a wild card and I'm going to give you a legit.
Okay.
So my wild card, it should be Britt Baker going out for the ALS Height Challenge. I'm ready to see some DMD in WWE.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
That would be wild and crazy shit. Holy hell. I mean, we're already getting some AEW people coming in the next couple of weeks. That would be amazing.
To see Britt and Jade Cargill kind of go eye to eye.
Exactly. I mean, they know each other. They've interacted before, but you can protect her in that. Britt's already done crazy ladder matches and dangerous matches and all that. And then if she don't win, it's not a loss. So it's not like she comes in the company and picks up an L right away. You know, she gets shadowed in a ladder match. It's not going to be her, but I would so love it. I mean, after I saw her do her comeback on social media recently, you know, with the ALS challenge, shout out to Rebel out there, working through her issues.
Absolutely.
Wish her all the best out there.
Absolutely.
But it was good to see Britt come back. I mean, you know, out of all that, we saw Stinger, we saw Adam Cole. I'm like, damn, I thought some of these guys were dead. They didn't get Keith Lee.
No,
I know that. No, I think Keith Lee's already on ice, but that's a different conversation for another show for another day. But so yeah, at that point, realistically, I don't see a better candidate than Bayley. But in all honesty, I think there's going to be an NXT call up that ends up getting that slot.
I've already said I'd like to see Kendall Gray in there.
That I'm thinking. We're going to see an NXT call up in that spot.
If it's that, you know, I'm cool. Jordynne Grace, she's apparently ready to come back.
I mean, she's a SmackDown talent. She's not necessarily NXT call up, but I feel like it's gonna be somebody we haven't seen in a while. We saw Bayley 2 weeks ago. I feel like it's gonna be a character we haven't seen in a long time.
So it's hard to predict this match.
Yeah.
But knowing what you know now, even with the wild predictions,
yeah,
who you going with?
So for interim champ, I don't know. So, I mean, everything in me is saying Jade, right? Because they're really, I don't think they put, I don't want to see, Charlexa in there at all. I don't want to see any of them in the world title picture. Chelsea Green ain't world title material just yet. Tiffany is already the U.S. champ. I don't see anybody else but Jade, unless the surprise character is somebody completely different that is a worthy world title contender. It could be Sol Ruka at this point. She just dropped the IC title on Monday.
Could be.
It could be her. I mean,
that very well could be the reason why she dropped the title.
Yeah, and that's what I know, because there really is no other reason to have dropped it. That was my actual pick that I was going to say, but I think I'd prefer it to be an NXT call up. But in all honesty, I'd probably say Sol Ruka, and I'd probably say if Sol gets in there, she wins the damn thing.
So I'm gonna roll the dice on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to roll the dice.
You want Britt Baker too, don't you?
Well, it's beside the point.
That's a different conversation. I meant that platonically.
I'm going to roll the dice. And you know me, I ain't scared. I'll roll the dice. If there was ever a time to put the WWE Women's Championship on Chelsea Green.
Yeah, this ain't that time.
It's now the time.
She's second fiddle to Tiffany right now.
It doesn't matter.
Storyline.
But because think about it, this interim champ, if you created an interim champ situation, there is no way in hell you're going to let Rhea Ripley come back and not be crowned champ.
I mean, definitely not. But you also want it to be credible. So picture this when it goes down the road. Just like with the Sammy thing, right? I know it. I understand you don't get this aspect of the business, but I'm gonna try and explain it to you again, because for whatever reason, there's a disconnect here. When Rhea comes back and she's standing there with her world title, holding it high in the air, you ain't going to have Chelsea Green on the other side holding the world title, and they're going to be presented as equals to wrestle for this damn belt.
But here, dude, this is my plea, just like my plea with Sammy.
From going forward, we're going to make an underdog segment for this show. We're going to carve out 10 minutes every week for you to have an underdog segment to put over whatever underdog you got in your mind for that particular week. And I'm going to let you just sell their story. Now, we ain't going to lean into it and pretend like we believe it, but I'm going to just let you sell their story for every underdog once a week. New segment. Producer, you write that shit down.
For a second here, just think about it this way. Though.
I thought about it. She'd be pretty with the belt, and that's the end of it.
No. It's just like Sammy. It was in his home
it's just
country.
like Sammy, except she ain't a hobo. She looks great. That's the only difference.
If you were ever going to pull the trigger, it's the right time to pull the trigger because you have an automatic out.
It wasn't the right time when they did it with Sammy. That was some shit they did over there, and it failed, and now everybody's pissed off about that, and it's going to be some shit if they do it with Chelsea Green. I mean, if they do it with Chelsea Green, that means Rhea's coming back on Friday. And she's going to win the title again. So now we've got two people that held a world title for less than a week. We ain't doing that shit no more. We tried that little experiment. It was cute. It failed. We ain't doing that shit again. We're going to put it on a credible contender.
Y'all, that's my dark horse. That's who I'm
honestly it's only going to be Jade or Charlotte that are credible contenders right now to Rhea's world championship. And so out of that, I feel like they do go with Jade again. I mean, they've already done that match. They've already got proven results out of it. So I feel like they just do it again.
All right. Main event of night 2.
Now we're talking.
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
All right. So this is...
Brothers in arms.
This is the match that, to me, is going to be the defining moment of their feud.
So I think this closes the book.
This is defining moment may not have been the right term. I should have said final chapter.
Yeah, I think this is the end. I think this is it.
So obviously Roman is winning. Obviously, you're not.
I don't know how obvious that is. We need to talk about it then, if that's what you're thinking. I got some thoughts on that.
All right, so
it ain't what I want, but it's logical thinking. So I'm gonna present you with some logic,
right.
not some underdog bullshit, but some logic.
So my logic is still cooking. So just remember that.
Okay,
I'm still cooking with my logic.
Okay,
I do think Roman goes over.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Roman is going to hold that belt until Mania 43.
So
I really do think. I don't think
both of those are contradicting what I'm thinking. So let's go back to WrestleMania. When Roman won the title, what did Roman promise his fans?
Roman said he ain't going nowhere.
For how long?
The summer.
What happens at SummerSlam?
The summer's coming to an end.
Yeah, school starts after SummerSlam, and that means the summer's over. Well, you know what happens when school starts and summer's over? I think Roman's gone till the Royal Rumble. I don't even know if we see Roman in damn Survivor Series at this point. So Roman has worked a consistent WrestleMania to SummerSlam schedule. I think Roman is gone for a long, long time after this.
So, all right, so if we're going to go down the road that Roman's losing,
yeah,
I can finish what I'm cooking off of this arc.
Okay.
If we're going with Roman's losing.
So I'm not going with that. I don't want that to happen. Every inkling in me tells me that they need to keep Roman as champion. But
I really think
the fact that Roman needs to win this match, Roman said as much. He needs to win this match because if he never beats Seth, that'll always loom over his career. Even when he goes in the Hall of Fame down the road, it'll always loom over his career. He never beats Seth in the big one.
Obviously, you guys are getting a supersized episode this week.
I told you guys. You got 2 nights of SummerSlam here. This is damn near Mania.
So what I'm seeing, if I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna finish this meal, if Roman retains, I see him celebrating. I see the bloodline coming out with him to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I see, if you smell, I think we get a Rock appearance.
Uh-oh. We're going big.
I think Rock comes down, doesn't get in the ring. The other members of the bloodline are in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Rock comes down, gives him a hand clap.
Okay.
And then he likes to do the little throat slash. And the whole entire bloodline turns on Roman.
So what does Rock do with his throat slash though? He gives other signs with his throat slash.
He gave a 3.
He gave 3.
He gave a 3.
So how many people are going to be in the ring with Roman when all this stuff happens that you're saying?
I said 4.
4 maybe, but I mean the Zilla thing wasn't nowhere in the works when Roman did the 3.
Right.
But
if we do the 3, then it's Jacob, Jay, Jimmy.
Yeah, so and if Rock does 1, 2, 3, and then all of a sudden everybody turns on Roman, 3 guys would be turning on Roman. I think they would be better off to do that. Then you bring Zilla in on Monday and you introduce him as Roman's replacement. Now we've got our solid 4-man group led by The Rock, who is the equivalent to Triple H.
Yep.
But that isn't who I was thinking of as the equivalent to Triple H. I feel like, again, like I said, I feel like Gramps got the keys to the internet again, and Gramps went a little loose on there because
VKM.
Right, and keep in mind, down the road, you guys, we're skipping an episode this month down the road, so I know we're going long here, but roll with us here because we're cooking right now. I mean, we're about to pull the plate out. We're going to serve it up tonight, and y'all are going to eat it this weekend. So enjoy this show. But no, I mean, so Vince's lawsuit is no longer a lawsuit. It's been dismissed. At this point now, it's just going to get worked out for money. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to do anything bad. Somebody's just going to get paid. I mean, damn, congratulations, girl. You nailed that shit. So take every nickel you can get. That greasy bastard probably did all that crap to you that you said. So yeah, you earned every nickel of it. Take that man for every dime.
Yep.
Get all of it you can get, right? So congratulations to her. Hell, matter of fact, call me. But that's a different conversation nonetheless. After you
that's
get
what
paid,
got Brock in trouble. Hold on.
No. So Brock didn't have to call. He got off.
He got off.
I'm telling her. I'm giving her of her own admission.
Call
me. I'll help you spend that money, girl. Ask my partner here. He knows I know how to help people spend money. I help you spend that money, girl. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying, though, I mean, we don't necessarily have to see Vince, but I've been saying since last year, Vince is going in the Hall of Fame in Saudi.
Yeah.
It's the safest place to do it. It's the only place to do it. I think Rock goes with him. I think they're going to throw a buttload of money at Rock to put him in Hall of Fame and get him to wrestle there, too. So either one of those guys are going to be equal to Triple H. Either one of those guys are going to be on WWE TV at some point before Mania. Again, we already talked about this is the Mania that we were going to be getting in a few months. So I feel like at this point, there ain't nothing stopping a guy like Vince or The Rock to come back. So just to be contrarian so we can get both our guys in there, I'll say Vince comes back and finds a way to screw over Seth. because Seth is Triple H's boy. That's Vince's, or Seth is Triple H's. Vince is Seth's work daddy.
Okay.
So I think Vince has to say, you know what? We're going to squash your guy and we're going to go with my guy, because Vince did pick Roman a decade ago to be the guy. So that's Roman's guy. Roman is Vince's guy. Seth is Triple H's guy. I feel like Vince finds a way to screw over Seth, keeps Roman with the title, and then Vince comes out and says, I don't care if he's gone all summer, all winter. Hell with it. He's my guy. He wins the title, blah, blah, blah.
Then we got a faction between Vince versus Hunter.
Well, at some point, you're going to have that kind of faction, because you know we're doing War Games.
Right, or you get a Rock versus Hunter.
Either way, but we're getting War Games. We know we're going to War Games, so at some point, in this match, in this main event, you got to start planting seeds for War Games one way or the other.
I like it. It's definitely interesting times. Definitely going to be an interesting weekend. All right, so I'm going Roman. You going Seth? Both Roman?
I'm going Roman.
Okay, both Roman.
That's what I said. Now, I don't want it to happen. I want Roman to be champion.
Sounds like.
But I want to talk about, there's way more conversation to how to screw him out of it and go with Seth. But I'm going with Roman.
Sounds like this pay-per-view, we are a lot on the same page and a little bit kind of a wild card.
Well, and then there's some up in the air.
Yeah,
so it'll be fun. It'll be a fun watch. I mean, hopefully they don't follow our script, and hopefully they find a way to throw us off on a handful of matches and make it interesting.
Railway.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy SummerSlam. We'll be back at you the week after that. And drop us a line on our social media platforms. Let us know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen SummerSlam-wise. Do you think Roman's going to retain? What about Punk? Is Punk retaining? It's going to be an interesting weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Peace. I ain't telling you what Maxine's
Today's podcast was produced by SBP. You can find our podcast on all major podcast platforms. Also, connect with us on our social media accounts. Search for The Bookers Alliance on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X.